Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique, and this video is brought to you by Hobby Lobby. So go to Hobby Lobby, walk down the Valentine's decor aisle, and you will find so much fun stuff to put something together for Valentine's. But I'm also going to show you how to go back to the scrapbooking aisle and pick out some beautiful flowers and some beautiful pearls and put it with that Valentine decor from Hobby Lobby. So let's get started. So one of the things that I love the most that I've used on several occasions to make something are these heart wooden decor pieces. I take off the string because we're not going to need it for this project, and I grab some chalk paint from the back of the store. This is just like a blush pink. I like the chalk paint because it goes on with one coat and it dries fairly quickly. So I was back in the store where the scrapbooking, at least my scrapbooking section is in the back of my store, and I found these pearls, and they are flat on one side, and I just thought to myself, I had this vision of something beautiful and elegant and kind of romantic. That's kind of what I think of the pearls and the beautiful roses we're going to add in a little bit. But again, this is one of those times where you're just going to use your creativity. You're going to do whatever kind of design you want, and it's really that simple. So I used some hot glue, but you could use some E6000. They do have all those glues at Hobby Lobby. So in the same scrapbooking aisle that I got these pearls, I only used about half of the jar that I have. I found these paper roses. Now, these are not the only flowers that they have. They have such a wide variety, and I filled my cart up with, and I'm not even, joking here. I literally probably bought 20 packs of these, and that's not an exaggeration. So at this point, you're just going to have fun. You're going to pick out the flowers that you want. And listen, if pink is not your thing, maybe you like the neutrals, maybe you like yellows, maybe you like blues. They have so much to choose from, and they are just so beautiful. So what I did was I just took apart these different packs, and I used the greenery, and I just started making little floral bouquets on my heart board here. Now, as far as the pearls go, listen, use your imagination. If you want to fill this whole thing up with pearls, I think that would be beautiful too. But I just did this little bit of a kind of a trail of pearls. And when you get to closer to the end of this project, you're going to see that we're going to use even more pearls. So I had so much fun with this. Again, this is my newest obsession at Hobby Lobby are these flowers. They are just so beautiful. And again, you need to walk the aisles at Hobby Lobby because you'll never know what you'll find next. And I find stuff new all the time. So as I kept putting and adding more of these beautiful florals, I decided I need a little bit of the pearl accents on this side. Again, there is no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going with it and just feeling the beauty of this project. Now, honestly, you guys, I'm going to show you how to use it as a door hanger, but what you could also do is make this for a wreath and use it as a wreath attachment. Hobby Lobby has great products to choose from as far as making a beautiful wreath for Valentine's. But listen, this is such a fun project and that you have to try. So when I got to this point, I decided that I was going to cover up those holes that are made in the board, because originally I thought I was going to put them right here, but then I decided not to, and I'm going to show you why. there is this beautiful, what you call it, like lace ribbon that I have been wanting to use forever. So I'm just adding the last little pearls here over top of the little holes, and I get to use that lace. It needed it. It needed this lace part of this project. So we're going to just grab I would say about 12 inches or however long you want. And then you see how I'm overlaying them? That's how you're going to put it on the back. So I cut that off, and then we're simply going to glue it to the back of our heart here. I don't know, it's kind of like a wall decor, but I just love the way that this turned out. You're going to use hot glue. I like to grab the Gorilla glue sticks that I find at Hobby Lobby. They really do make a difference in different temperatures, and you want to use the best glue for your projects. So just add some glue there and add some glue on the other strip, and then you're just going to let that all set up. But I think this project turned out so beautifully. I just love how this turned out, and I hope you'll make it too. Let me know if you do. So let's grab one of the grapevine wreaths that you will find on the other side of the store from the Valentine's decor. It's going to be where all the flowers are and the ribbon, and I give it a haircut. We do this every time, guys. We get all the little scraggly pieces out of the way. Then you're going to find this really pretty Valentine's garland that you're going to be able to find in the Valentine's aisles at Hobby Lobby. Now, this is what I liked about this. This was very simple to do. And there wasn't a lot of glue because this has wire in it, and you can kind of like use the little pieces there to kind of wrap around your grapevine wreath. But this was so pretty, and when I saw this at Hobby Lobby, I was like, I've got to do something with this. And if you are not a crafter, this is something that anybody can do. So I want to encourage you. You're going to grab some pipe cleaners. I had some red ones, so I kind of cut it about 2/3 of the way down. And then I put one side on one side of the garland and then on the other side. And then we're going to pull it through and we're going to twist it on the back to help different parts of our wreath be more secure. So we don't want anything kind of falling off with the wind. I don't know where you live, but I live in Michigan and we have windy winters here. So I don't want anything to fall off my wreath. So make sure to secure it with this. The next thing we're going to use are these smaller kind of like wreath, small wreath circles that I cut. And we used 2 of these. This was like the perfect size. This grapevine wreath is about 14 to 16 inches, so they kind of vary by shape, but you can grab one of those. And so I cut these in half, and we're basically going to do the same thing as we did with the other one, but we're going to put it more to fill in the gaps. Now I do add a little bit of hot glue here because we're going to stick it down into our grapevine wreath. Makes it really simple and easy to do. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other end, and then I'll use another pipe cleaner to kind of hold it down. But once we get this side done, we will take the second wreath, small like wreath that we got, and we're going to cut that one in half and put it on the opposite side. And it's pretty much easy. You could be done at this point. It's so pretty, and it really dresses up this grapevine wreath. There's really a few things you could do. So we have both of the pieces on. So now the whole wreath is done. So you could be done at this part. You could make a bow. They have Valentine's ribbon, all sorts of things to choose from. They even have some really cute little signs from like a little gnome sign. But I saw these hearts. And when I saw these hearts, I thought I've got to use them because I love the pink and red together. So this is actually a garland, and again, 40% off. So you could make multiple things with these little hearts. You could put them as decor around the house, but I only need 3 of them. So I'm going to pick 2 of the pink and 1 red. And now we're going to make a little sign with them. So I'm just going to take my string that I always have on hand. I get it from the wedding section because I like this like white jute. And we're going to go in the front of our little heart and then in the back. And then we're going to go do the same thing on the red. You always want to go in on the front and let the jute go across the back of the heart and do the same thing on the pink. And then this will make us a little sign to add to our wreath. I just love the simplicity of it. I love that we have pink and red and white hearts on our wreath. So I thought that this was going to really bring it all together. So it was really fun to put it all together. But listen, guys, I've never seen so many fun things for Valentine's Day as I did this year. So make sure you go, if you don't have a Hobby Lobby next to you, and maybe go online. I have the link in the description box below. Everything will be linked down below. So make sure you go down there, find your supplies, and make a beautiful wreath for Valentine's Day. And they don't have to be hard to do it. So this was a little bit of a trickier part. So we got to run that little piece of jute down through our grapevine, and we're going to tie it on the back, and that's how we're going to secure it. And these hearts are going to sit down a little bit lower. It really depends on how tight you make that, you know, the little knot that I'm going to show you here in a moment. And that's how it ended up sitting on mine, but you could make it a little bit tighter. You could go around the wreath as well and make a knot. So you could do this several different ways, but I went through the wreath and made a knot on the back. So once I got that knot tied, I decided to add a little bit of hot glue to kind of help it stay put. And then I just use a scrap of felt that I always get from Hobby Lobby. But listen, thank you for watching tonight's video. And if you watched all the way through, make sure that you leave us a pink heart down in the comments below. And thank you, Hobby Lobby, for another great video and an opportunity to work with you. So we'll see you next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.